This is Sound Off 60, Southwest Louisiana's premier sports talk television show. Sound Off 60 is presented by Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniel's Bar and Grill at L'Auberge Casino Resort. Here are the boys, Rick, Scooter, and Kevin.
Welcome back to the circus, better known as Sound Off 60 here at Jack Daniel's at L'Auberge Casino. We love it here. It's hot outside.
Yes, we love it here.
It's cool inside.
It is hot outside. I can vouch for that. I
Gentlemen.
promise you. I can vouch for being hot outside.
I know. You look like you're in your best golf attire.
Gentlemen take their caps off indoors.
Well, I'm scared of what might be underneath this cap. That's why I was a little bit afraid of removing it because I've been golfing since, what, 12:30? And we still didn't finish.
You're setting a good tone.
I smell
Well,
that.
hey, no. Hey, no.
Setting a good tone. That leads me to a programming note coming up later on in the show. Local teaching golf professional Bear Suarez from Gray Plantation will be here. He'll have his golf attire on,
so I don't
you'll
feel
fit
that much
right
out of
in.
place then. Wonderful then.
You look like you're ready for like the a Florida or California tournament.
Yeah.
You got your.
You
No,
going
I'm
anywhere?
going to Omaha.
Oh, well, you are going.
Go
to
Tigers.
Are you dressing in pink to Omaha? Is that the standard fare?
All colors are accepted.
All colors are accepted. All
Didn't
right,
we
boys
not?
and
Now,
girls.
let me.
Lot to talk about.
And I
lot
know
to
we're
talk
going to get on,
about.
but just the one question I have to ask Scooter when we get on with the next segment is that it seemed like pitching was a factor.
Well, why don't you wait and ask me next
Okay, that's what I
segment?
want to do, but I just want to make sure I ask you that, though.
I want to do it now.
Pitching was a factor.
No, let's talk about it. LSU
Pitching was a
Tigers
factor.
on the way to
Getting way
Omaha.
too specific. Oh, yeah, and this is a good team. I've told you this all year.
You have.
This is a good team. And in some ways, they get better from week to week. I made no secret in the regional. I thought they were a little ragged. They were on their game this last weekend.
Yes,
they were sharp defensively. I mean, they're pitching. They hit enough, and but it's still. I wrote about it for tomorrow. It's still their defense that just. I mean, they not only don't make errors, they take your breath away 3 or 4 times a game.
Yeah.
I really like this team. It's just there are no holes in this team, and they even played a little small ball at times.
Yeah.
I mean, that 11-1, you think, well, they didn't play any small ball. They were bashing. Well, yeah, in the 9th inning they did, but they got to that point with a little small ball, which is that ballpark in Omaha is huge. You're not going to just belt them out of there.
Yeah.
Kevin, you brought it up. You mentioned pitching. Jonathan Gray, Oklahoma, 3rd pick in the amateur draft. Aaron Nola. Give us a
He was lighting them up,
perspective
man.
of this matchup in the context of what it was played, super regional, with the kind of pitching talent on the mound for both squads. This has to go down in the annals of LSU baseball as one of the better ones.
I would have to say I don't know that it was the best pitching performance I ever saw, but I think it was the best two guys.
That's my point.
Two guys. I agree.
Best pitching, I was there when Brett Laxton struck out 16 in a 3-hit shutout for the national championship.
That's pretty strong.
But it was 15 or 16 he struck out. But 2 talented guys going head to head, that was as good a pitching as I tell you how good Gray was. When he came out, it was 1-0, I guess. And he come trotting off the mound. The LSU fans
stood and cheered.
Yeah,
I saw that.
And that says a lot.
I saw that.
I said,
that's class.
that's
class.
That's class.
That is class.
And that's knowledgeable baseball.
It is people that know what's on that mound.
I'll tell you what it's class, but it's also respect.
Yeah.
That guy's a stud.
Yeah.
That guy is
I was really
stud.
surprised to
The
see him. I
repertoire
mean,
that I saw
he's
just on TV, I mean, I'm sure you saw it in the press box and all, but man, he was
sometimes
hitting
I
every
think
corner.
you can see that a little better on TV
and
than
you
you
know,
can from the press box.
And I know Scooter knows a lot more about baseball now, but the one thing that I noticed, and I watch
I wouldn't
players,
have to know much.
and I watch it now, and I watch athletes, but this guy on the mound, what really struck me as being really good was that his poise. Sometimes you can see pitchers with a little twitch, but his poise was like, this kid's been doing this for a while,
now,
man.
On the other side, Nola is a junior, am I correct?
No, he's a sophomore.
Sophomore.
Or he'd have been a top 5 pick.
That's right.
Yeah.
I mean, give him his due.
He'll
doubt about it.
He'll be the top 5 pick next year.
He will. I mean, he answered the bell, man.
Nola is, there have been a lot of great pitchers at LSU, but Nola's having a season to match any of them right now.
I agree.
I mean, he's so consistent.
Yeah. All right. So to get to the winning game in game 2, they got to beat the stud Gray, and Jacoby Jones gets them started, and it was back-to-back extra base hits. One was a triple, one may have been a double. All of a sudden came out.
A pinch hit, though.
Yeah, pinch hit. So they win it 2-0. They get to game 2 on Saturday, end up winning 11-1. Jones again a factor. Laird with the hot bat, and then the local kid from Barb, Jared Foster, always seems to contribute.
He does.
You know that's one thing. You know, when I was talking about the strengths of this team, I don't remember a college team, and certainly not an LSU team. And I don't know if it's a philosophy of his or just that he has that much depth. But I don't ever remember a college team where the coach basically uses the entire roster.
Yeah.
I mean, my memory going back 100 years with LSU baseball is, you know, about 10, 11 guys counting the pitchers.
Yeah, you knew it was
and a bunch of guys who literally sit on the bench for months at a time. But, I mean, it just seems like game in after game out, Maneri uses his entire roster. And
what is
There's
that
nobody,
you?
everybody that comes to the ballpark know they got a good chance to contribute,
playing.
You know?
Let me ask this. Scooter, and
that's one of the things I wanted to ask him about, whether is that because of philosophy or your backup's that good?
Yeah, they may be. They may be that good. Yeah, it is. But you know what though? And I guess we'll get to Vandy a little bit later too. Vandy.
Okay.
Vandy.
Why do you hate
I love it.
Eli Manning had gone to Vanderbilt.
I'm just saying. That's Rick. Gosh, they are good. Gosh, they are good.
They were number one in the country.
Whatever. Look, Scooter, going back to some of the days that you knew when Skip was there, what was some of the things that you could see in those teams which you knew were going to make it to Omaha that you see in Maneri team now that he's got? That's a possibility of those guys winning.
There. Can they win?
They take care of business.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't think they have the swagger of those teams. I think that's just kind of a reflection of the coach. That was Berkman's style.
And it is.
This is Maneri's style. They're more tough-nosed where to beat LSU now, you got to beat them over the head with a stick. Whereas the glory Gorilla Ball days of the 90s, I think LSU won most of the games before they took the field, just with their swagger. And scared teams.
I want you to hold that thought. We're up against the break. We're going to leave it here, but when we come back, I want to talk a little bit about the Vandy effect, because I was really hoping the Commodores would get there, obviously, and have that SEC matchup.
And you're right, Rick.
And maybe some other teams that you have an eyeball on that are going to be good. Now, it's
not the usual old game.
Oh, no, it isn't. That's what I want to talk about. And also the mystique of Alex Box Stadium. You mentioned about record-setting crowds. What is it?
That was rocking Saturday.
I mean, it really was rocking. Everybody is rocking on the LSU baseball train now, getting ready for Omaha. We'll take about a 2.5-minute break. When we come back, we'll do that later on in the show. Golf, the U.S. Open is this week, guys.
Yeah.
Ironically, in a sense, we've got Bear Suarez, a local golf pro, that's going to talk about that in junior golf and a whole lot more when Sound Off 60 returns right here at LaBerge Casino. Stay right there.
Sound Off 60 is brought to you by Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniel's Bar and Grill at L'Auberge Casino Resort.
So what is this fantabulous, fabulous?
It's funtabulous.
Never heard of it. Is that a word?
Yep.
And you made this up? Well, you can't make up words.
I didn't. Customers did.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's a combination of fun, fantastic, and fabulous. It's what our customers tell us they feel like when they leave Tarver Ford.
So your customers love you so much, they make up cool words about you?
Yep.
Come on, man.
I'm telling you.
If you've got your crew in Miller Lite, you've got Miller time.
Hey, can we get a round of Miller Lite?
Sorry, just ran out. Something else?
Come on, really?
But what if one of your crew is Chuck Liddell?
Hello? Hey. We don't have a reservation.
Right this way.
Welcome.
Welcome. Sure wish we could play.
Here. Thank you. Thanks. We'd like to use flash photography.
That's not a problem.
We'd like to ride a dolphin. We'd love to sit closer.
It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
Big Easy got the flavor, so easy to share. Always a crowd pleaser, easy to prepare. Big Easy, you always taste so good. You got Louisiana flavor, wrapped up so tight. Pick up some Big Easy foods tonight. Introducing Big Easy Foods in stores now.
Welcome back to the show. Want to remind you, the Liquid Society returns outside, and sometimes
Thursdays.
it bleeds inside.
Yes,
here
it
at
does.
Jack Daniel's pool party Thursday night. It's Robert Randolph and the family band. This guy's some funk, some soul, some blues. They do some great cover tunes of some recognizable and some original stuff. I've talked to some music guys. One, Big Russ here that runs all the entertainment here at LaBerge Casino. I saw him in the hallway. Kenny Wayne Shepherd and that whole show, unfortunately, didn't go on the stage with all the rain. But he said, Rick, if you like blues and if you like a great guitar,
it's going to be a good show.
It's Robert Randolph. It's right up there with Kenny Wayne Shepherd. So if you're into that kind of genre of music, check it out. It's Thursday night. Doors open at
get your tickets early.
Pool party.
I thought the apocalypse was here last Thursday.
It was right there on the edge, man. We was going to do it, but that weather came back up again.
We were all huddled out there. I was about to get on the chair
man.
and start screaming, Kenny Wayne, let's go. But didn't make it.
I had forgotten about that.
Also, comedy. The local homegrown comedy here at Jack Daniel's starts this Wednesday and continues every Wednesday here at Jack Daniel's. Jen Cobra.
Yes.
It's going to be a great show. Great.
It will be. She's good.
What kind of atmosphere? You want an intimate seating for great comedy, and this is it. It's going to be a great show. I got to make it to at least a few of those shows.
She's going to be good.
For Jen Cobra. All right, let's get back on LSU baseball. Alex Box Stadium. Record crowds. Was it not 2 straight days? 11,000
I think what happens.
Can you believe
See
it?
what they have.
This is amazing.
With the new stadium, they didn't have with the old one. The old stadium, which was a dump. Not only was it a dump, but if you didn't have a seat, there wasn't anywhere in that place you could see the field. Whereas now, the way it's built, they have some flexibility with, quote, standing room only tickets. And it's like each game, the fire marshal kind of observes and tells them how many more they can let in the next game. So that's how you keep breaking. People ask me that, how do you keep breaking records? Well, the fire marshal says, well, they handled that pretty well. Let's add another 50 and see what happens.
And see what happens.
But I mean, it was jammed, and
that's good.
I gotta say, I know I'm sure that I didn't see the TV, but I'm sure they made reference to it. They always do when they come to Baton Rouge. But I got to tell you now, I hadn't done it all year. I got some friends that tailgate out beyond the left field foul pole. I went out there. It was like going to one of those Fogo de Chao restaurants now. They had every meat known to man.
I like those kind of tailgate parties.
Brontosaurus ribs
come on now.
that were as good as any I've ever eaten. The best thing out there might have been this potato casserole or something. But I mean,
they do it like that.
Some white tablecloth.
They do it like that, man. Are you serious?
I'm telling you. But yeah, that place was rocking.
All right.
Saturday night.
You played many times with Pack Tiger Stadium. You know what that kind of energy does to a football player,
no doubt,
a football team. What does it do to and we've talked about this a little bit to baseball though, but it also can juice the opponent.
It can.
I've always said that. But
it can.
But I think this definitely worked in LSU's favor. But I'll let him talk about football.
I mean, and Rick, you're right. I mean, sometimes it can be a curse because if the opposing team does something that quietens that crowd and continues to do something good, that takes the momentum away from your crowd that you need to get you going.
But also, what I'm saying is, maybe not Oklahoma, but out of Stony Brook. Stony Brook doesn't play in front of 11,000 fans.
Neither
maybe
does
1,100. Neither does Oklahoma, but still.
Oklahoma players made several references.
Did they?
They said they'd never seen anything like it. Said one of the pitchers said, You said every time I threw a ball, it was the crowd erupted like they'd won the national championship.
Yeah. That's neat. You know, that's neat for those players. That's a great.
And that's good.
But give me some vision of who we have going to Omaha. We know Vanderbilt is out.
Yeah.
They lost to Louisville.
Well, I mean, I wasn't.
Louisville's in. UCLA is in. Cal State Fullerton.
LSU will open with UCLA.
Yeah, UCLA.
Yeah.
Who else is waiting here? We're waiting on.
Oregon
State. Maybe?
We're waiting on Oregon State and Kansas State.
Yeah.
That won't be played till like 9 o'clock tonight.
Yeah.
Monday. Mississippi State got in this afternoon.
Okay, they beat Virginia.
Yeah, finished that game. North Carolina and South Carolina, but that game's been rained out again today.
Yeah.
They won't play till noon tomorrow.
Okay, so that's another one. North Carolina and South Carolina.
That would be the last one.
All right,
There's
so
3 we're waiting on.
What? I mean, have I lost count? Is that 3 SEC teams?
Mississippi State. But South Carolina's got to win.
And LSU.
And it would have been forward now. It would have been forward.
As of now, though, the oddity there, LSU's the only national seed that's in yet.
Yeah.
Now, North Carolina has a chance, and Oregon State has a chance tonight.
Yeah.
But right now, and I was looking, doing some research last week, and I believe I'm right. I'm going to re-look it up. But I think the fewest national seeds they've ever had there were 5. And you're going to have at most 3 this year.
All right, so again.
So it's not the old game.
Yeah. That's the parody of college baseball. And you made a point in one of your notebooks or columns out. Maneri has said how difficult it is to get there now. It's just not a yellow brick road anymore.
No, it's not.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I got a great little factoid back to Alex Box Stadium.
Come on.
LSU's average baseball attendance this year.
For Alex Bach.
Yeah. Outdrew.
That's more than some.
Forget the number.
More than some college.
8 of the 14 SEC basketball teams.
8.
Wait a minute. Repeat that.
LSU baseball
drew more
than the SEC
per game than 8 of the 14 SEC basketball teams.
That's more than half. That's more than half, man. That's more than half.
That's telling.
That's
telling.
But that says a lot about your program too, Rick.
It does.
For you to put that kind of product on the field, people are going to come and see it.
SEC got to get on some basketball.
Yeah, we've been having. We've been in a little.
The history of SEC basketball is strong.
It's been down a little bit.
And outside of Kentucky.
Yeah.
All right. Outside of the main state of Kentucky, it is strong. All right. We're going to take a pause. All right. Before we go. UCLA, what kind of threat when they open up? What kind of threat does UCLA pose?
I don't know. I haven't seen them, obviously.
Yeah.
They were playing opposite LSU both nights. But from just staring at their stat sheet, really good pitching, but not much hitting.
Yeah.
They got a team batting average of like 255, I think it was. Yeah. They have nobody on their team batting over 280.
Interesting.
But they've got some arms. It could be a replay of Friday's game.
Quick rundown of the LSU players that win in the amateur draft.
Oh, there's too many of them.
Oh, really? That many?
Really?
8, 9, 10?
Yeah, like 9, I think.
Really?
Like that.
Well, I know.
I mean, a lot of them went late.
Yeah, I know. It's a 40-yard.
But of the ones that early, Katz went.
Cotton, did he go early?
No, Cotton didn't go to like the 30th round.
Oh, wow.
Eads went in the 2nd round. Jacoby Jones went in the 2nd round. And Katz went in the 4th round.
Okay, all right.
Those were
interesting. All right.
That was.
So I guess it paid off for Katz, who, I do get a kick out of this little sob story of it paid off for Katz and Rhymes to come back. I mean, where were they going? Rhymes got drafted in the 30th round last year, and Katz didn't get drafted at all.
Yeah,
but now this year, Katz gets drafted in the 4th round.
Yeah, you're right on that. All right, up against the break. When we come back, it's golf time. Local teaching pro Bear Suarez is here to talk about local junior golf and a myriad of other things. It's U.S. Open week, guys, at Merion, so we're going to get into that, some national stuff and local stuff with one of the preeminent teaching golf professionals in our region of the state. It's Bear Suarez. Coming back in about 2.5 minutes. Don't go far.
Sound Off 60 is presented by Jack Daniel's Bar and Grill at L'Auberge Casino Resort and by Tarver Ford, Douglas Parkway in Sulphur.
Get your free American Press app today. It's all at your fingertips. News, sports, advertising, entertainment, and video delivered through your Apple or Android mobile device. Capture the informative power of the American Press, Southwest Louisiana's premier source for news and advertising. Get your American Press app today. Download it for free through your iTunes or App Store. You'll love the look and feel of our newest digital offering. The app flawlessly delivers the local news most important to you in a new, striking layout. Get your American Press app today.
Wow. See what I see? You know I see it. I seen it before you did. You? Come on, man. You know I saw that before you even said anything. Say what? Tell me what you see. You already know what I'm seeing. So you see what I'm saying, right? I saw it. I'm seeing it right now. I'm looking right at it. Right. Get this. Oh, yeah.
The new bottle? What's there to say?
The new Miller Lite bottle. Find one at a bar near you.
Choosing your doctors and healthcare professionals is an important and personal decision, and one that you should feel totally comfortable with. Hello, I'm Dr. Trisa Guidry, and I'd like to welcome you to our clinic, where your health and well-being is our top priority. I'm a board-certified OBGYN and a graduate of LSU. My dedicated staff and I would like to invite you to call for a consultation and appointment. You will experience the trust, comfort, and medical treatments you deserve. We are Dr. Trisa Guidry.
So what is this fantabulous, fabulous?
It's funtabulous.
Never heard of it. Is that a word?
Yep.
And you made this up? Well, you can't make up words.
I didn't. Customers did.
Really?
Mm-hmm. It's a combination of fun, fantastic, and fabulous. It's what our customers tell us they feel like when they leave Tarver Ford.
So your customers love you so much, they make up cool words about you?
Yep.
Come on, man.
I'm telling you.
All right, welcome back to Jack Daniels at LeBear's. Want to remind you, Monday nights, we're here on Monday nights, but later on, it's karaoke.
So we're going to stick around and sing?
No, I was told that you was going to take the mic one Monday and sing. Was that true? That's what I was told.
That is an untruth.
I was told that.
That's
here in
untrue.
Jack Daniels?
I'm only repeating what I was told.
Now, I was here late on a Monday after the show, and I caught a little bit of the karaoke, and it's a blast.
Did you sing?
It is. A lot of fun.
I hid way in the back. No singing.
Whatever.
But there's a DJ, and he's a local guy.
What could the three of us sing? You know, get up there.
Oh, we could find something, Scooter.
What could we sing?
How about
I mean, I can't sing anything.
How about that Hall & Oates, Sam? That jam, Hall & Oates. What's the one Hall & Oates made?
All right, moving on. We are not talking about karaoke because you're gonna.
We can do that, but
I'm
gonna think of the song.
I'm trying to think.
He's gonna sucker us into doing that. You're more than welcome.
Hall & Oates got a song out that would fit us perfect.
I am not. All right. Remember that Monday night karaoke. Friday night, it's Jack Daniels Goes Country.
Yes.
So there's a lot going on. And I got to throw this plug in before we get on our next song. I ate at Le Cafe. When we talk about food, I'm a big food guy.
Eat there off?
Let me tell you something, folks. If you go to Le Cafe, order, I think it's Aunt Mabel's pot roast. I'm telling you guys, I've eaten a lot of pot roast. I've eaten great pot roast, okay pot roast, and very bad pot roast.
That was good pot roast.
Le Cafe, you cannot beat the pot roast.
That is good.
I'm partial
potatoes.
to that crawfish pot pie myself.
Never had that.
Yeah.
That is good. Scooter's got another good one.
They got great food here at Jack Daniels. A little bit different fare at Le Cafe. It's kind of country, kind of down home southern, some of this stuff. And let me tell you,
a little bit more spicy.
Roast, unbelievable. All right, my second favorite subject is golf.
Yes.
My first favorite.
It is, most of the time. Let's welcome Bear Suarez, local teaching pro here. His first appearance on Soundoff 60, local teaching pro at Great Plantation. Bear, glad to have you here. Finally, it took us about 18 years to get you on the show.
Just about.
Look, Bear, we appreciate you coming in. One of the things, we want to cover a lot of different subjects about local golf and some regional stuff and on the national. But you have a great tournament going on locally, the American Junior Golf Association tournament. You've got kids from 15 states, 4 countries, continents, all galore. They're all converts here at Southwest Louisiana. How good is the competition out there going on this week?
Very good. They put on a good show. The AJGA is equivalent to the PGA Tour Junior Golf. We've got kids that you're going to read about, see on TV, and hear for a long, long time.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, how did y'all end up with, I mean, how many of these tournaments, is this like a weekly tour stop?
Yeah, this is a tour. Yeah, it's a nationwide tour.
So this is the golf equivalent of baseball traveling squads for kids.
World Series,
Yeah.
right? It's everywhere.
Yeah.
They have 4 other events going on right now across the country.
Yeah.
We got a junior all-star event. That's the ages 12 to 15. But don't let that fool anyone. These kids can go.
Yeah. Who shot, you said, a 31 on the front 9?
I think the favorite, as far as the boys go, is Won Jun Lee from South Korea. Now, he goes to a little academy in South Florida.
Yeah.
Right, he is here. He shot 31 on the front 9 today when I was stepping out.
Yeah, practice round, because it starts Tuesday.
But he's been there a couple of days. Some of them have been there 3-4 days earlier.
Wow.
They mean business.
Where does this end? I mean, you've got this 14-year-old that played in the Masters.
Yeah.
From China, was it, or South Korea? Was he Chinese? Or?
I think
9-year-old girls are winning on the LPGA tour, I think. I mean,
that's an exaggeration.
I know, okay, I'm mad about that. I mean, where does it end on how young a guy can play, or particularly a female can play on the pro tour? I mean,
good.
9, 10?
You got a good point. I think there was a 11 or 12-year-old qualified for the Women's U.S. Open. To me, it started in tennis. Didn't they pop up way earlier back in the day? And then the female golfers, the boys, they're just not quite strong enough at 12, 14 years old. However, last year when I was at the U.S. Open with Brian Rao, that 14-year-old boy played in the Open.
Did he really?
But he didn't look 14. He was mature. He was a man.
Bear, you know, when you talk about these young kids and how much they progressed and how good their game has gotten to be at this point right now, what do you think is the contributing factor to those kids being that good? And whatever that is, do we have it here in Southwest Louisiana?
Well, that's a good question, Kevin. Equipment is playing a big part. Training. These kids are fit. I mean, even the PGA Tour guys, I mean, they're not slowing down on fitness by any means. And we do have a lot of potential in the area. Now, that's kind of one of our organizations is trying to start up with the Southwest Louisiana Junior Golf Tour.
Right.
You know, we're trying to tap out some of that local talent, see if we can get them to the next level, kids that are committed.
Right. Let's follow up on that, Bear. The Southwest Louisiana Junior Golf Association, y'all been working on this, you and Larry Thomas and Derek Smith and all the local pros in this area. A lot of them are involved in this, and it's smart because you've got to build the game locally from the ground up. You've got to get 9, 10, 11 years up to picking up a golf club to sustain the golf courses in the local area and get them involved in the sport and what it also teaches in life. And I understand that. Where are you in the development of this association? And give the folks out there a sense of where do they go if they want to get their young boy or girl involved?
Yeah, well, they can contact their local pro at all the local courses because we're all involved in the Southwest Louisiana Junior Golf Association.
So it's not just at one club; it's all across.
Every course is involved. Generally, every course puts on a tournament and some form of a summer camp or clinics. You just got to contact which course you choose to go to.
And now, let's say a parent has, I'm going to pull an age out of the hat, 8, 9-year-old who suddenly is bugging mom and dad. You know, I think I'd like to play golf. What would be your biggest bit of advice for getting a kid started in golf? I'm not talking about a kid that's ready to play in the U.S. Open yet. I'm talking about an 8 or 9-year-old, say, that is, you know, interested in starting to play golf. What would be your biggest bit of advice to their parents?
I would start with a junior camp with some of his buddies, having a little fun, going with his father to the golf course. You know, you might get 30 minutes out of him, 20. Let him ride in the cart, let him play in the bunker, have some fun. You know, would be my advice, because they're not going to keep going if it's just work. You know, I teach a bunch of kids. I teach them 7 and 8-year-olds some 30 minutes here and there. You know, as they keep coming, show some interest, they can stay the hour.
Yeah, just let them get out there and flail away for a while.
I'd get them.
Let me interject.
Set of clubs that fit.
Look, all right, I've got a 7-year-old. You bring a 7-year-old to a driving range. I might get 8.5 minutes out of it. You know what he ends up doing at Great Plantation?
The court.
There's like a little mini levee. Okay, he knows it well. Oh yeah, he rolls down and it's levee time. I mean, he's rolling down a levee. Grass in his nose, eating the dirt.
Hey, look,
you got it for about 8-10 minutes.
Hey,
it's tough.
That's a little downtime, Rick. That's look. But let me say this. The one thing that I think has really been a factor in a lot of this, you have so many kids, Bear, at this age that wants to play that Xbox. What can take them away from that? I told my nephew, if you would spend that much time just out hitting golf balls, You'd be on scholarship now.
Right. Sky would be the limit. I wish I had that answer, because I got a lot of kids that I've coached and several other pros in town have coached that if they'd get outside and do it, college easily, if not more.
Yeah.
But getting them out's tough, and I know it's hot, and I know that generation's used to the air conditioning.
It is, and that's just...
You got to love it, when you get going. Now, I'm not talking about 7 or 8. I think those kids need to be kids, too.
Yeah.
That train you like a machine at 8 years old.
I never agree with that.
But you've got parents that believe in that's the only way to be
a
perfectionist, is that you've got to be on a rigid routine to do this.
Right.
This is what you got to do to be good.
T-ball traveling squads either.
There it is right there.
I think as they progress, you can see if that's like our elite program, which is what I coach. Well, that's not just for every kid.
Right.
You got to be committed.
Well,
we're going to get on the road.
That's
older. No, that's not the little bitty ones. They can't even participate in the elite
follow
program.
up on that, Bear. You talked about outside of the local junior golf association. That's kind of a grassroots deal. But you're coaching the folks and the kids who are looking at this as a means of maybe getting to college golf.
Some.
Kind of expound on that a little
right.
bit, and how good are those level kids in the area?
Well, to go to college and play golf, you better be able to play these days. You always had to play, but it's even more now. I mean, it's the tours like the AJGA. You got to go through that proving ground. You're ready to go play college golf.
Right.
To me, that's why the young kids can step out and play on the tour and win, is because the college programs are so good now, all of them. Especially, of course, SEC.
Hold that thought. We're going to take a break. We got Bear Suarez, local teaching pro from Gray Plantation. When we come back, I want to talk about anchored putting. I want to talk about the drop at the Masters with Tiger Woods. Your interpretation
Hey, those rule changes were settled and done with there. Don't, Rick, hey.
I want to get
leave
the man's
Tiger
opinion.
alone.
No, I want to get his opinion. Also, U.S. Open
What
golf
if
at
Tiger's
Marriott.
gone to Vanderbilt?
Yeah, what if? All right.
Tiger likes Eli Manning.
Yeah, 2-minute break. We're coming back with more with Bear Suarez. Stay right here.
We are worldwide, 365 and 24/7 at soundoff60.com. Soundoff 60 is presented by Jack Daniel's Bar and Grill at L'Auberge Casino Resort and by Tarver Ford Sulphur. Back after this break.
Staying cool all night requires refreshment. And refreshment means Coors Light. Always brewed down to 34 degrees. With 2-stage cold activation and mountains that turn blue. All so you know exactly when your Coors Light is as cold as the Rockies. Let's get the night started. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
All right, welcome back to Jack Daniels at L'Auberge. More golf talk with local teaching pro Bear Suarez from Great Plantation. Before we get into some of the national issues and the rule changes and the controversy facing golf, because you're in the grassroots, man. You're teaching this game. Let's go back to the Southwest Louisiana Golf Association. The Calcasieu Parish Police Jury, you guys went before them seeking some kind of funding. And the local police jury from the Calcasieu Parish, with Kevin's help, of course, because he's a big-time golfer. You can look at his attire.
Just love those
came
kids,
up with a substantial grant,
like
$47,000.
Yes.
Now, explain where that money is going and how it's going to be used.
Correct. It is going to go to equipment. We have 2 local pros that are going to be going into the schools and introducing it this year for the first time ever that I'm aware of. Y'all might can
and you're right.
In on that.
You are right.
Equipment instruction. Mostly uniforms. If we get to the point where we can set up some teams and travel and play some local areas with with some of the newbies.
Schools? Junior, elementary, high school?
They're going into junior highs.
Junior
first.
Right.
Correct.
Yeah, well, that's great.
And I think what it is and what Bear's kind of talking about is that if there's a parent out there that has a kid that wants to get involved in golf and doesn't have the means financially to do so, there's going to be some assistance.
Little bit of help.
That program,
if I'm correct in saying that.
Right. Our program, we're going to take on beginners, intermediate, elite. We don't want to leave anyone behind. They can contact their local golf pro at the golf course. Be more than happy to explain it to them, come by and sit down with them. We want kids involved.
And as much Scooter loves golf, Scooter said he would even take a little bit out of his 401k and help a kid that wants to get interested in golf. I think that's a great job, Scooter. Thank you, man.
The one thing you don't
I'll
want...
get one of my driver. I'm so sick of that thing anyway.
The one thing...
We got to get him over. We'll get him over and video him.
I know it.
Can you imagine?
If they can get
I know what you're going to say.
If they can get it unwrapped around that tree, they can have my driver.
Can you imagine? Bear, try to imagine Hobbs out with a group of 11 and 12-year-olds
Kevin
with
and I
a
did
cigarette
that one
and a
time.
beer,
Kevin and I
cursing
did
up
that
a
one
storm.
time.
What?
We did. Yeah, we did. When it first
We
started.
had them believing we were golf pros.
When it first started, Scooter and I went out and talked to some
Kevin
kids.
and I
we
went
did.
and
We did.
spoke to these kids about golf.
We did.
I'm talking about on the course, man, in a golf club cart.
I had to see that one.
With his beer and his cigarette and there. All right, let's move on. I don't even want to visualize that.
Oh, man.
Wow.
God.
All right, let's bounce around here.
I do, Scooter.
Anchored putting. The USGA, the RNA, they're going to ban this thing supposedly. I think it's headed to the courts. Your quick opinion on it. Is it fair, unfair? Where are we in your opinion on anchored putting? The long sticks, if you will.
I think they should be able to use it, personally.
If that's part of what you used.
I hadn't seen a difference, good or bad. You know, if it was that good, they'd all be using it, playing for money on the PGA Tour.
Yeah. Well, I really could care less. I'm not ever going to use one. But they act like anchoring. They're not anchoring to a sawhorse. You're still anchoring to a body that can still twitch.
Right. That's true.
My impression, and maybe this is what they're scared of, but my impression is there's probably more of a percentage of the PGA touring pros using it than there are of the amateur golfers. I just don't see that many among amateur golfers, and yet there does seem, I mean, there are some, I'm not saying that.
Right.
But, I mean, it is getting to the point, I'm guessing maybe 1 in 10 PGA touring pros, maybe not quite that many.
Right. Well, they won all the majors, or let's say all the majors. Quite a few lately. That to me stirred them up. And then like the 14-year-old boy that played in the U.S. Open last year, he's got one already. I mean, there's kids at this tournament at the AJG already using it.
Yeah.
Now, if it's going to help promote golf and help people enjoy golf from an amateur standpoint, why not?
Okay.
You know, is my take.
Quick opinion. The Tiger Woods drop at the Masters and his intention, the rule book thing about intent and that whole thing. Did the Masters handle it correctly, in your opinion? Going back, everybody knows
that's a good question.
You know, some could say he should have withdrawn or should have been disqualified.
Right. They kept putting pressure on him, so to speak. It sounded like to withdraw.
Yeah.
You know, the rule's the rule, whether they changed it or not. You know, he did say that he stepped back to hit the shot.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming
he wanted the
knew
extra 2 yards.
What he was doing. I can agree with the ruling they made.
The way they handled it?
Personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, because Tiger Woods wasn't going to play if he felt that he'd done something wrong and cheated.
Right.
No way. Any tour player, no way.
And I think the key factor in what you said was the intent.
Well, yeah, I'm with you. I didn't know that word was in the golf rule book.
Right.
You know, the intent of doing wrong.
Yeah, but I would argue he spelled out his intent in the television interview that nailed it. He said he purposely dropped it 2 feet back.
Right.
Yeah, it wasn't
that's
closest.
intent.
Yeah, but it wasn't closest to the point of the original shot.
Exactly. And I mean, does that?
But I mean, at first, if you remember when we argued about it, I was saying, what's the big deal?
Yeah.
You know, you're talking about, 2 feet. But the rule does say as close as possible.
Close as possible.
And he said he purposely went 2 feet back.
Was it 2 feet or 2 yards?
2 yards.
I think it was 2 yards.
2 yards.
Yeah,
I think it was 2 yards.
Yeah, you're
Big
right
difference.
about that.
Big
So,
difference.
yeah, I mean,
It was a tricky one. I'm surprised that he wasn't disqualified, even though I understand.
I thought that would have been wrong. I would have been overly harsh. All right, Bear, if there is one, you talk about equipment, and we know all about the 460 cc drivers and all the equipment. Does it really come to the golf ball? Is it the golf ball itself that is having these guys boom these shots 300 and 350 yards?
The shaft, the head, the ball for a tour player for certain. Someone who can, swing the shaft, the speed that they need to create the distance and the miss hit so good.
Right.
I mean, they're running over the golf courses.
Yeah. But if a change has to take place, Would it not disrupt the game less if they simply, maybe on the professional level at least, got these golf balls under control?
Right. Monitor the ball.
Well, I think that's always been Nicklaus's contention more so than the clubs themselves.
The ball, you mean?
Is the ball.
The ball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, they're talking about you might see it this week at Marion too, because that course is going to be wet. And they're worried now that these guys are going to destroy that course.
Right, I heard them say they're going to be making a bunch of birdies. They wouldn't be saying that no U.S. Open.
Yeah. Right.
Because we were there last year, and they had it set up brutal.
Yeah.
I don't know what a top amateur would have shot there. I don't think it could have broke 90 at Olympic Club in San Francisco.
Yeah.
And it was hilly, and the fog rolled in. It was tough. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
But, man, it was tough.
Bear, you work with some local guys. You mentioned Brian Roll, a guy that you're working with that he's on the mini tours. Greg Saunier, a local guy. In our waning seconds here, a sense of how difficult it is to make that jump from the mini tours, whatever those mini tours may be, to the PGA.
It is extremely tough. You know, they can get to second stage, and it seems like just one round, 73 or 4, knocks them out by a shot or two. I always look at it like this. You know, if there were only 500 doctors in the world that could make money, make a living, or 500 lawyers, that's about what we got, on the PGA Tour and the European Tour worldwide.
Yeah.
Kind of to that. Or back to school you go.
Yeah.
Do you like the new way, the new route to the PGA Tour? Basically, all they've changed is you have Q School now for the Nationwide Tour.
Right. Yes and no. That the Nationwide Tour, the web now is, they're turning out guys ready. They change it all the time. Yeah. They're turning out guys ready to go and win, and I think a bunch of guys have developed through that. I mean, even David Toms, even David Duvall.
Yeah.
But then every now and then there's a, I wouldn't say a Tiger Woods, but a Fowler or a Bud Colley or whomever it may be that could get through. So I don't, I think they know what they're doing. They've been doing it a long time. But I don't know. I kind of like Q School to get to the PGA Tour.
We got waning seconds.
I was watching ESPN this past week, and you probably saw it. They had the long drive contest, which was on. Did you guys get a chance to see it?
I did not see that, no.
Those guys have a whole different club they play with.
Yeah.
And we can't talk about it now, but that's what I want to get into one year. I want to get into the long drive contest.
You can't even outdrive me.
You're living in a dream world.
You can't even outdrive me.
It's all about the equipment. It's the equipment, Rick.
Who won the long drive? Me and him had the contest.
I did. Get out of here. I did.
Right.
They said one of the guys had a club that was valued at probably around $4,500. A driver.
That's unbelievable.
A driver.
It's not that we're going to run off to Vegas and put any money on it, but who do you like in the U.S. Open this week?
I like Tiger.
There you go.
I like Tiger.
Go out on a limb.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Well, hey,
he's won 4 times.
I'm with you.
Hey, best athlete, hardest worker, best mind.
All right, Bear Suarez, teaching pro at Great Plantation. A lot of local golf and a local junior golf. We appreciate your efforts.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Bear Suarez.
Thanks,
all right,
Bear.
we'll take a break. We're coming right back to air. Jack Daniels at LeBear. Stay right here.
Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at LeBear's Casino Resort, home of Sound Off 60, and Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. Round 5 with the boys coming up.
So Todd, there's Truck Month, then there's Tarver Ford Truck Month. What happens here?
Well, at Tarver Ford, you got 2013 XLT V8, two-wheel drive and four-wheel drive crew cab pickup trucks, $12,000 off MSRP. You also have 2012 model Lariat four-wheel drive diesels, King Ranch diesel at $12,000 off MSRP. And they all come with lifetime oil changes and lifetime state inspection stickers.
Todd, that's a lot of trucks.
Told you, at Tarver Ford, exit 21 in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business.
Choosing your doctors and healthcare professionals is an important and personal decision, and one that you should feel totally comfortable with. Hello, I'm Dr. Trista Guidry, and I'd like to welcome you to our clinic, where your health and well-being is our top priority. I'm a board-certified OBGYN and a graduate of LSU. My dedicated staff and I would like to invite you to call for a consultation and appointment. You will experience the trust, comfort, and medical treatments you deserve. We are Dr. Trista Guidry.
If you've got your crew in Miller Lite, you've got Miller Time.
Grab me one. It's Miller time!
But what if one of your crew is Ken Jeong?
Zoink!
What's with the pig?
Wait. No way! Look at the pig! Did you teach him that?
Yeah, I did.
Sorry I'm late. I came straight from work.
Man, this line's ridiculous. No joke. King, I'm that guy from that thing. Give me one. Miller Lite. Man, hell, hey, wait.
It's not just a good time, it's Miller time.
Get your free American Press app today. It's all at your fingertips. News, sports, advertising, entertainment, and video delivered through your Apple or Android mobile device. Capture the informative power of the American Press, Southwest Louisiana's premier source for news and advertising. Get your American Press app today. Download it for free through your iTunes or App Store. You'll love the look and feel of our newest digital offering. The app flawlessly delivers the local news most important to you in a new, striking layout. Get your American Press app today.
All right, welcome back to the show. Many thanks to Bear Suarez, local teaching pro out at Great Plantation. He does a lot of great work with junior golf. The man
that's a great
knows
program
how to
too,
teach
Rick.
the game. There's no doubt about that. And he tells me that he loves to eat shrimp by Big Easy Foods.
He does.
Is that a swag way? Or
hey,
he likes
Rick,
to eat shrimp, and I'm turning him on to Big Easy Foods.
It works.
You go to your frozen food areas wherever you shop across Southwest Louisiana. Look for the bags, because I saw them in local stores over the weekend. Big Easy shrimp, frozen, wild caught in the Gulf of Mexico.
Yes.
They are good to you right now. You buy it, throw it in the freezer. You got fresh shrimp whenever you need it. BigEasyFoods.com. Go online to see all of what they have to offer, and they're right here in Lake Charles, Louisiana. We love it. We love eating their foods too. All right. Interesting little development since last week. We got into a heated argument over comments made by Ohio State University President Gordon.
You got to bring that up.
I'm going to bring it up.
You want to go to war again?
We did somewhat. We did get into a little bit of a heated debate. It was a little bit heated debate.
I've already won the war.
I don't even have to roll up my sleeves this time.
But what happened after last week's show and in the interim prior to what happened? Gordon Gee is forced to retire, resign.
Is that the way it went down, Scooter? Or did he just seek other employment?
So who's right and who's wrong?
Apparently in my column, there wasn't a groundswell of support
wasn't.
for him.
No, it wasn't.
Generated by my column, but
a respected academia from Ohio State University comes out and says idiotic
you can't make
things,
comments like that.
Yeah,
you can't.
And he's forced to resign. I say,
and I
it validates my argument.
On behalf
it validates my whole argument.
I say it validates my argument that the PC police are lockstep out of control.
You know, I thought about this. I really did. I gave it serious thought afterwards.
No, that's
and Kevin.
I'm with you on it. I was with you on it.
Maybe I'm a little
you can't make those comments.
Maybe I'm a little oversensitive because I'm one of those guys that look, if the tomahawk chop at Florida State University or what the Atlanta Braves did, if it offends an American, national Native American tribe that's in that area, they should stop doing it and they should change it.
I agree.
If the Washington Redskins, if the groundswell, if it offends the American nation in this country, they should change the name. That's how strongly I feel about that.
I wouldn't argue the Redskins point.
Really?
Yeah, I can see where that would be offensive.
I'm shocked by that. I really am.
I can see where that would be offensive.
We've talked about it, and you've argued this point against me. You thought I was an idiot for these comments. You have.
For that?
No,
well, I think it's a little over the top.
Redskins.
Well, I think sometimes you can get a little over the top.
You know,
Redskins about the only one.
You know, the Florida State University, they do it with class.
Yes, they do.
And the Seminole tribe supports it, have endorsed what they do.
They do.
Chief Osceola and what they do with the makeup and everything because it's legitimate and it follows the traditions of the Seminole tribe.
And I agree.
I think they do it great.
It does.
So anyway, Gordon Gee retires.
Yeah.
Ohio State.
Hey, Gordon, I tried.
And look at last week's argument.
I tried, Gordon.
Gordon, you got a little bit too hot for Gordon. He had to step out.
Mark my words. Maybe not within sports because he's not that knowledgeable in sports. Mark my words. He'll have some kind of his own TV or radio show.
He was an idiot for saying that. He was an idiot for saying that.
It was a little bit over the top. But a little bit over the top.
U.S. Open.
He didn't kill anybody.
Well, leave it there.
All right, we won't go.
All right, U.S. Open in Marion. You know, heavy rains, tropical storm Andrea, dump rain. They got a couple of holes that could very well be deemed unplayable.
One of them today, they weren't letting them play in the practice
was it the par 3 at 11?
11. I think it's a short par 4.
The short number 12. Then I can think.
I think it's 11.
11. Okay, I might be wrong.
Yeah.
This is They might have to use an alternate hole on a West course. You know, East course, West course.
I forget what they said, but they said there is a contingency plan in place.
This is kind of crazy.
I hate it. You know, this has got nightmare written all over because Marion was already, it was kind of an experiment. Marion, I've never been there, but it's very tightly packed, very landlocked course.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not a lot of room. There's probably not either. They've got some logistical nightmares there. Like the practice tee is probably 20 minutes from the first tee.
Wow.
That kind of thing.
Yeah.
And there's just not a lot of room. It's, it's an old 130-year-old club or whatever.
Right.
And there's not a lot of room there for all the corporate tents.
Right.
And the
It's going to
TV.
be very compact.
I don't know
it only
about
plays to like a
getting
little
in and
under
out of there.
7,000 yards. So it's going to be, now with the rain.
And now it's going to be soft. They were hoping, it would have a very fast track with fast greens.
Yeah.
That's not going to happen now.
You're big on Tiger Woods. Obviously, he's playing very well. He's coming off some down tournaments. Obviously, he has everything, and if he can putt, he should win this thing.
And that's been Tiger's key, putting.
Rory,
I mean, he can get it off the tee box.
Rory McIlroy. This guy, I'm not saying falling off the map. It's hard to win a golf tournament, but he just hasn't made an impact as yet. And we're well into the season. This is our second major.
Yeah.
The second coming now.
Wasn't a year ago he was a hot guy?
Yeah.
He was
Why
hot.
would you change equipment when you got it going like him?
I don't know.
The power of Nike. The power of Nike and all that money. All right, coming up next, Stump the Wise guys.
Already?
Time to do some sports trivia. Might get into the little NBA Finals. We're 1-1, Kevin.
Yeah, I told you.
1-1.
Look, my boy LeBron has got this locked up. He's got it locked up. LeBron's has got it locked up.
Stump the Wise
I think Tim's
guys.
them a little bit old.
Stay right here.
Sound Off 60 is presented by Tarver Ford, Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at L'Auberge Casino Resort.
Philip, you guys have been here for 3 years. I see the blue tags everywhere. How's it going?
Oh, we've made great progress, Judd. We've got people coming from Westlake to Quincy, Hackberry, Vinton, even coming across the bridge in Lake Charles, Moss Bluff, and Iowa. It's not that far, and we really are having a great time serving them and seeing people respond to us.
So, Todd, give me an example of what you got going on here.
Well, Joe, we got a $299 a month lease on the F-150 crew cab, and as always, complimentary lifetime oil changes. We've got a great group of people here working real hard to serve our customers.
So come see us at Tarver Ford, exit 21 in Sulphur. Appreciate it, man. I'm a big fan.
Me too.
This one goes out to a couple friends of mine.
When cold refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. Frost brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
All right, before we get into the lovely ladies here and Stump the Wise guys, a couple of programming notes. Nate Livings, Dallas Cowboy offensive lineman, former LSU great, will be on the show next week talking about his football camp, upcoming NFL camp, mini camp, all with the Dallas
good
Cowboys.
guy, too.
Nate
He is a
Livings.
good guy.
All
Nate
right,
is.
that's going to be a fun time.
Always giving back.
And also check out the American Press and Scooter Hub's coverage of the LSU Tigers at the College World Series in Omaha, making their 17th appearance in Omaha.
17?
16th.
16th appearance would be this one.
Yeah. This
16th?
And the last time
When
they
does
were
the-
back
when
to
does the
school,
coverage start?
what
When
was
do you
it?
head up?
I'm leaving Friday. to go
Friday.
up.
So Friday on.
If they're 16th, it's my 15th.
Okay.
Oh, and the last time they were there, Scoot, if I'm correct, was it 09?
Yeah.
Go Tigers.
National Championship.
Go Tigers.
Okay. All right, ladies, y'all ready? We have Ruth Ann and Shadow.
Yes.
Shadow and Ruth Ann. Here we go. Something wise.
Here we go.
Who we're starting with? Shadow?
Yes, sir.
Here we go. Oh, I got a yes, sir.
Oh, whatever.
I got a yes, sir. I like
whatever.
Cha-ching. There we go.
Well, you're the old one.
There you are.
What separates the U.S. Open Golf Championship
Scooter's got
format
this.
from the other three majors?
Scooter.
If it's tied, they have an 18-hole
18
playoff.
hole. Yeah. Yeah.
That's correct?
That's correct.
I'm sure there's others, but that's the one that
Way to go, Scooter.
That's got to be the winner. All right, here we go. Ruth Ann.
All right. Name the 4 players who share the record for the most U.S. Open victories with 4.
In what now? In
the most U.S. Jack Nicklaus.
Nicklaus.
Not Tiger. I know that. Hogan.
Hogan. Yeah, Hogan.
Hogan.
There's 4 of them?
Arnold? No.
I don't think.
How about my guy from Houston? What's his name? From Texas. Yeah, from Texas. What's his name from Texas? You know who I'm talking about?
Oh, you mean the old guy? You mean Byron Nelson?
No, not Byron Nelson. No.
No.
We got Hogan.
Hogan Nicholas. Hogan Nicholas. Trevino, no. Watson, no. Is he foreign?
I don't think any foreigner has 4.
I'm drawing a blank.
There's no foreigners won it up in
I'm drawing a blank. Gary Player? No.
I don't think he has 4.
Okay.
All right, we got to go with
wait a minute.
Hogan.
Hold on.
Come on, Scooter.
I'm over the Walter Hagen.
No.
That's a good call, man.
Yeah, that was my shot in the
All right,
dark.
we're running out of time.
Okay.
We're stumped.
Bobby Jones and Willie
Bobby
Anderson.
Jones. How you not get Bobby Jones?
Bobby Jones and who?
Willie Anderson of Scotland.
Willie Anderson.
wow.
How you not get Bobby
That's gotta
Jones?
be
Come on,
like
I should have gotten Bobby Jones.
1910
I have a Bobby Jones shirt.
Bobby Jones. How did we miss Bobby Jones? Good.
Okay, we're gonna get it back right here. Here we go.
Okay. What player holds the U.S. Open tournament scoring record?
I think that's Tiger and Pebble.
Tiger. I was gonna say Tiger.
No. Remember, Congressional last year. McElroy. We just talked about. We were like 17 under, 18 under.
Tiger was close to that at Pebble one year.
We were right on that McElroy last year.
Okay.
Because remember, they criticized Congressional being too easy.
Yeah, because
Good deal.
same thing, it was wet.
It was
All
wet.
right, just
There
a
we go.
bonus.
All right, we hadn't stumped on that one.
This
Okay.
is just- What golfer was the last to win back-to-back U.S. Open titles?
Tiger.
No.
Okay.
Back to back.
Lanny Watkins.
Going back now.
Tiger just like Dale Earnhardt to me. I mean, you know, hey, if it's racing,
It's either
golf is Tiger.
It's either maybe Nicholas or Curtis Strange.
No, Curtis Strange.
Curtis Strange.
Curtis Strange.
Right, Curtis
All
Strange.
right, guys, y'all
It
on the
is,
game
that was
tonight.
his-
I was thinking
All right.
Curtis Strange and saying
Andy
Lanny
North. Did
Watkins.
Andy North win 2 or just 1?
So we're up on the bonus round now.
All right.
Here we go.
Here we go. Bonus.
Okay. Double bonus. What course has hosted the most U.S. Open championships?
Oh gosh.
Oh, come on now, guys.
I'm going to say
Olympics.
Pebble Beach.
Pebble Beach. That's a good guess.
No.
Not. All right, we got beat.
Hold on. What course is?
Pinehurst.
Pinehurst, no.
Southern Hills.
Only have one.
Contraband Bayou.
Oak Hill. Isn't Oak Hill
Close.
somewhere?
All right.
Oakmont.
Yes.
What?
Oakmont.
Scooter, what?
Oakmont.
Scooter, what?
Way to go. I could have helped you with all the oaks.
That's outside of Pittsburgh.
Scooter.
Way to go. How many? Did it say how many?
Scooter.
With a total of 8.
8. How many Pebble?
Way to go, Scooter.
Probably around, I guess, 6 maybe.
All right. Ruth Ann and Shadow.
Great job, ladies.
Very good.
They got
Good
it.
having you guys.
They got it with Bobby Jones.
They really did good.
Unbelievable. Thank you, ladies.
Thank y'all so much.
They sucked
Scooter,
us
you
with
was
Bobby
on tonight, bro.
Jones.
We bring up golf, son. It's like a little light golf.
He's
All right,
he's
son.
our resident Mike Viron.
Hey,
he knows golf history.
Do you notice how I put that pub in there?
What?
When they said what course,
Yeah,
I said
I like that.
contraband.
Yeah.
That wasn't right.
No, it wasn't.
All right. I think we're out of time. They're giving.
Oh, we
they're
had a
giving us
great
the
show,
wave.
man, tonight.
NBA Finals
Great job.
return
Yeah.
to San Antonio Tuesday,
Go
Thursday,
Heat.
Sunday.
Go Heat.
Y'all want a postcard from Omaha?
Yeah, send us
Yes,
a
please send
postcard.
us one.
No,
Send
do
us one.
that in the paper.
Do
Send
that
us
in the
one,
paper.
please, Scooter.
American press coverage of the LSU Tigers at the College
Scooter
World
will be
Series
there.
starts on Friday. Check it out.
I like
Gonna be some
Omaha.
But you won't be
I
here.
know you like Omaha. You really do like Omaha.
It'll be you and I.
It'll be you and I. We'll
All right.
do it.
We'll do it all again. See you at the game,
Woo.
everybody. Have a great
All
sports
right.
week.
Sound Off 60 is presented by Tarver Ford in Sulphur. Give us a chance to earn your business. And by Jack Daniels Bar and Grill at LaBerge Casino Resort. Sound Off 60 airs on Suddenlink Cable Channel 60 Monday through Sunday nights 9 p.m. and again Saturday and Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Sound Off 60 also airs throughout the week on Communicom Cable Channel 6 at 9 p.m. across Southwest Louisiana. check your local listings. Post your questions and comments for the boys and access our website links at soundoff60.com.